Bikram sir, we cannot hear your voice.
You are muted, Bikram.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I just set this presentation as mute. Thank you for informing me. Thank you for informing me. Today we will go in the topic digitalization and artificial intelligence. I just moved to my first slide. I apologize you for the delay in this presentation. First, I would like to just define digitalization and artificial intelligence. You can see here that digitalization is the conversion of text, picture, sound into a digital form that can be processed by computer. So I guess if you have read computer science in your high school or in your low secondary school, you might have seen there one chapter called conversion of digits. So in that chapter, you just convert digits numbers into binary to decimal, or decimal to hexadecimal, or hexadecimal to binary. So actually, digitalization is the conversion of any form, or that it may be the text, it may be the picture, it may be any kind of sound or any information into a digital form. Digital form is the form that is understood by machine or computer. It can be understood as 0 or 1, as the machine language is 0 and 1. We have been studying this from the childhood. Or it can be also expressed in the form of plus or minus. This language is only just understood by the computer. So to convert these different types of information into the understandable form by the computer is known as digitalization. And the programs we work through, the programmers work through, they just program the different types of programming, different type of programming language, and they just translate and compile that language into the machine understandable form. So this is digitalization. In short brief, you can understood that digitalization is conversion of data or information into the machine understandable form. In another word, that machine understandable form is 0 or 1 or plus or minus. So regarding artificial intelligence is a wide-ranging branch of computer science concerned with building smart machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a very scope, the branch having very greater scope in the field of computer science. It is mainly concerned with developing the smart type of machines, the machines that work very fast, the machines that have multi or dimensional or versatile type of characteristics, and the machine that is capable of performing the tasks that typically require human intelligence. So we human beings are known as intelligent creatures on the planet. So if the machine or program is just working like the human, the different types of intelligence, we will see the example of intelligence below. So if the machine is just acting like a human, then it is that type of intelligence is called artificial intelligence. So this is endeavor to replicate and stimulate the human intelligence in machine. So this artificial intelligence is one type of atom. It is the one type of try or attempt or endeavor that replace or replicate the human intelligence into the machine form. So machine will just act like a human. So that is artificial intelligence in brief. So I go here with a few about few things about digitalization. Digitalization mainly is associated with the improvement of ecosystem for a startup. We can see in different types of businesses, in different types of organization and offices, we see many procedures and many settlements and startups are associated with digitalization. Digitalization also is associated with the building the skill set for the future, including updating youth education. as the education is now being digitalized with the distance learning, with the virtual type of classes. Now we are hearing Zoom classes. Likewise, we have Google Classroom and other type of classroom like Team, and this type of building skills for the future as well as for the present, and just updating the education form of youths. And this role also is associated with digitalization. We see digitalization technology in private sector. As I have already mentioned, that digitalization is just converting the information that may be in any form such as image, text, or any digits into the machine understandable form to proceed and to work with it in an easy way, easy manner. So this digitalization is also associated and support the technology to the private sector. It also not only support to the procedures and technology to private sector, it also is associated and it also function to the government sector. The next criteria or scope of digitalization, we can see that promotion of lifelong learning and counteracting the brain drain. So this is digitalization also helps in a lifelong learning. So the many types of programs, many types of algorithm are set up in the computer programs. We may just understand from the, we may just learn from the machines, such as we may learn from different types of, we just ease our calculation from calculators. We do multi-dimensional tasks from computer. We do many functions from our mobile. So these types of digital device help us to learn many things in our lifelong process. It also is counteracting as the brain drain. So another association of digitalization is strengthening the regional cross-bordering digital collaboration. So just like you have heard that one type of pipeline that is from India to Nepal for petroleum product was initiated from the virtual meeting from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi from India and the Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal, KP Sharma Oli from Nepal, just interacting from the digital media. So to just interact and to strengthen the regional type of cooperation, we also use digitalization. And few years back, Nepal, Prime Minister of Nepal have just initiated virtual meeting of the cabinet from the Singapore when he was in the Singapore for his just curement or medical treatment. So these are the association or these are the field of scope of just digitalization. Now I just will elucidate or give some example of artificial intelligence. So now you can see here the pictures. This is the picture of my friends, and I have just you can see this is the photo recognition app by the Facebook. You can see just here there is the box in the faces, and you can just type the name and tag your friends. So this type of app, this type of application is also known as artificial intelligence. In our journal life, we just interact with many different types of programs, different types of media, different types of devices which have the characteristics of artificial intelligence. So we'll just now move to next type of example. You can see here I have made the box. In the pink box, you can see there is a search by voice. If you search anything in the Google by the voice, the Google program or application just bring back that results to you in a easy manner. So this is also the another type of another example of digitalization in our daily life or in our scenario. So next example, you can just see here, here is page one, here is Google Web Store, Gmail, YouTube, or different types of these are the shortcuts. You can see that the frequently which website I visit, these are just seen here by a programming language. So this can be also known as the form of digital, I mean, this can be also termed as artificial intelligence. Others are the example of Netflix. If you use just Netflix and many website, and the website just show you, just reveal you the data and information that you just like or view or observe more. So this can be also another example of artificial intelligence. So if we categorize artificial intelligence, we just categorize, we can just categorize it in the form of perception. Artificial intelligence deals with the perception. The next type of dealing of artificial intelligence we can say as prediction. Another we can say have artificial intelligence have imagination. We can categorize the artificial intelligence and in the division of imagination, and another field we can see about judgments and understanding. These are the types or the broad categories of artificial intelligence in which artificial intelligence deals with. So the next slide is about artificial intelligence. What actually are the characteristics or main features of artificial intelligence? There are mainly broad 5 categories of features or the elements or the characteristics that are just explained in the Google. So these 5 characteristics are complexity. Artificial intelligence, one of the main characteristics or features of artificial intelligence is complexity, that it deals with a complex set of algorithm or a complex set of phenomena to deal with. Next type of characteristic is localization. Artificial intelligence deal with one type of periphery, one type of perimeter, or one type of field, local type of field. In a local, in the sense it deal with one specific type of field, just like the face app recognition deals with face recognition for tagging in Facebook. Another type of voice type of searching just deals with deals with bringing the data that is just a speak or is speak or that is just commanded or demanded by the user who is just using his voice back for voice for just searching the data. So this another characteristics or feature of artificial intelligence is localization. And the third characteristic, this artificial intelligence is not certain. It is uncertain in the sense that we don't know what is the future of artificial intelligence. Will it just harm to human society, or will it be the very useful tool or boon for the human society? It's unclear. Many types of scientists, many types of scholars have very different perspectives and views in this artificial intelligence. Fourth one is the capital intensiveness. We need huge amount of budget, huge amount of capitals, huge amount of expenses to do the research in artificial intelligence. So this artificial intelligence is associated with huge amount of capital intensive or many expenses. The fifth characteristics and the most recent type of characteristic is that artificial intelligence should have one type of awareness. It should be sensible. It should be responding to some type of commands and stimulus, like we human. When you feel cold, just we are aware that we are feeling too much hot. When we are in the winter season, we just experience too much cold. And when we just are in the sorrow or when we are pain, we just feel it very much disgusting and just seldom. This artificial intelligence has the fifth type of character, which is the character synonymous to the sensibility. So that type of character is awareness. So artificial intelligence has the fifth character known as awareness. So actually there is not a universal consensus in what to say, what actually is the artificial intelligence. It is a vague like a field. It's not very clear. It's not absolute. So actually we deal with in daily life, we deal with calculator, we deal with robots. Just in the March 2018, I probably guess Sophia the robot created by the Hong Kong company was just the robot visited to Nepal. And we can also see deal with robots, we deal with the calculators. And actually there is a saying that the automation and the robots are not the artificial intelligence. This is a modern type of perspectives. So the modern type of perspective says that calculator is just not a artificial intelligence. Robots are not just artificial intelligence because they just are working or functioning by the defined set of instruction, or in another language you can say the defined set of algorithm. So they are not artificial. These machines are not considered as artificial intelligence. So the artificial intelligence has the above mentioned 5 types of characteristics. So this above mentioned characteristics should be in the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing but the smart type of machines, the machines which associated with complexity, localization, uncertainty, capital, huge amount of capital investment, and one type of sensibility or awareness. I move to next slide. The day in our daily life, we use different types of artificial intelligence. Some of them are Google search engine. Another is Google Translate, as Google just translate our English language into Nepali language, or in different types of Hindi into English, or Nepali into French, or French into Nepali, or Nepali into Hebrews. So this type of translation is also associated, or it is also taken as the example of artificial intelligence. The Google Swarm filter, just like we just filter that biodegradable and non-biodegradable degradable waste, we just throw the biodegradable waste that can be degraded into soil, and that can be decomposed easily into the garden, and just we throw the plastics and different types of plastic product in the another waste. So in the same manner, the Google has, or the Gmail has one type of filter. We just differentiate our, we just filter our different type of mails. So this is also taken as the example of artificial. And the next is the Facebook face recognition, which I have already shown you in the previous slide. And next is the Facebook customized content. So different types of custom contents that are generated, like just Facebook reveal your past type of memories, past type of different types of events. So these are also taken as the example of artificial intelligence. Next is the YouTube song recommendation. So which type of, if you see, or if you watch Deuda type of song, or if you type hip hop or remix or rock and roll or different type of pop or jazz type of music, so YouTube just recommend that type of music in the YouTube media. So this is also taken as the example of artificial intelligence. Next example is Netflix movie recommendation. Is just similar to the previous example. And next is the smart assistants like Siri and Alexa. So Siri is a Google voice search application. So this also is taken as the artificial intelligence example. Chatbot is a one type of chat which is a security protected chat. One type of example of chatbot is, if I just send you the one type of picture, it will not be seen by anybody else. It is security protected. The chat which I sent to you is only received by just decrypting its security management. If I have password for decoding that type of application, I'll be able to see the chat. Otherwise, I will not be able to see that chat or message or any form of information while just conversation. This can be also is known as the form of artificial intelligence. What are the capacities of artificial intelligence? We can see the capacities or the abilities of artificial intelligence. It has the perception, the machine that has the perception, different types of perspective. It has the prediction of what is going to happen, what is to come next. So the artificial intelligence capabilities include judgment or decision making, automatic knowledge extraction, logical reasoning, just like the many types of automated devices. And other type of is it is unstable interactive communication. It gives the responses, but we don't take robots and calculators as artificial intelligence, but they have they have some characteristic. We can't 100% or absolutely say that robot and just other machines are not artificial intelligence. They have some characteristics of artificial intelligence, so they just understand. If you ask anything to robot, or if you just say anything, they have that type of response, so they understand your commands and your instruction. So these are the abilities or capabilities of artificial intelligence for interactive communication and generation some sort of data or some sort of results. So actually, this is the framework for artificial intelligence. As artificial intelligence is the branch of computer science, in the computer there is one type of universal type of principle known as input, process, and output. Input in the sense there are many type of input devices, such as your keyboard. You input some sort of key from your keyboard, and it is processed by the processor or central processing unit of computer, and just displaced by the output devices known as a monitor in your computer. So in the same manner, that type of principle, artificial intelligence being the one type of branch, a broad branch of computer science, it has also the framework of artificial intelligence can be divided into three forms. In the first form, it just capture information, or it take some sort of data. So we can just see this is same as the input type of uh, process that how that actually work in the computer system, such as I earlier mentioned, input, process, and output. In this capturing of information, we can just subdivide it in the sense different types of stages, such as image recognition can be taken as the capturing of information or input, or speech recognition, or search of such type of instructions, and data analysis and clustering. This can be just termed as the input, or the capturing of information in the artificial intelligence framework. Next is what is happening. It is same as the processing unit of computer, natural languages understanding, to just convert the form of data that are instructed to the machine understandable form in the digital form of 0 and 1, or by this plus and minus, that is understandable by the computer language or the smart type of machine. So in the next step, there is processing, so it can be seen as understandability of the languages or the instruction. Next is the optimization, just setting the things right, being ready for the giving the output and results, and just predicting or actually analyzing the information. So this is the second framework of the artificial intelligence. And finally, what is happening, or understanding, or giving the output, or just performing the tasks that we have assigned to the machine, is the general type of framework of artificial intelligence. So actually, how artificial intelligence is just evolved, we see here different one type of image. First, James Watt invented a steam engine. There was the first type of industrial revolution in the which just initiated from England. It was that industrial revolution take place due to the invention of steam engine by James Watt, and this type of mechanical energies, and just the energy from coal and fossil fuels, and machine performing with that type of energy. This revolution take place mainly from 1960s to 1820. Then the next type of industrial revolution which take place due to the invention of electricity. Maybe the Michael Faraday is also known as the Prince of Experiment, and Benjamin Franklin. These two scientists, or these two physicians, just contributed for the discovery or invention of electricity. And the electricity drastically changes, or electricity take the revolution of second type of industrial revolution. There was the electricity facilitated many performance in the field of industries. So the next type of industrial revolution that takes from 1820 to 1900 AD is known as has the second type of industrial revolution, which takes place due to the electricity. In the first case, the steam is the same steam as like our steam in the pressure cooker, the same steam that is just has the steam that has the vapor, that has the what I call pressure. So first industrial revolution takes place due to steam, second due to the electricity, third due to the computers, fourth due to the artificial intelligence, and the scientists just assume that we are in the fourth type of industrial revolution in today. So artificial intelligence is just increasing exponentially, like the coronavirus is just increasing exponentially. So this is the curve. You can see that artificial intelligence is increasing like this. Actually, I have just 10 minutes remaining, so I'm going a bit faster. I have only two or three slides. So actually, these are the areas which are impacted and which consequences we just face in artificial intelligence. Here is the AI, or artificial intelligence and robotics. We have the impacts upon the values and people. The impacts upon the values is associated with that. There is impact of artificial intelligence in accountability, autonomy, equity, fairness, human dignity, justice, integrity of a person, privacy, security, and solidarity. So this type of the security of person, the privacy of person, the justice, human dignity, this type of values are heavily impacted by the artificial intelligence. On the data, due to the smart type of machines and devices, the data may be hacked, or the security of a personal privacy may be breaked. So these are the values that are impacted or affected by artificial intelligence. So in the human category, human are also highly just impacted or affected by the artificial intelligence, in the sense that consumers are affected by, or disfavored or excluded people, first responders, health providers, inhabitants of poor interest, patients, receipt of insurance, social benefits. So these are the categories which are affected in the field of human being by the artificial intelligence. Positive type of impact include improve in the medical diagnostic. So the different types of smart type of devices, smart type of machine work in the field of medical, so they can just perform the operations and surgeries in a better and effective way than a human experienced doctor. So there can be different types of improvements in the medical fields and advanced cybersecurity due to the different types of the smart type of devices. There would be the maintenance of the cybersecurity and just traffic control and different types of things that can be done through the artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence also can be positively impact upon the improvement of decision making using the data analysis and in enhancements of healthcare. I have always given example in this, improving the elder care, caring about old type of people due to the different type of smart type of devices or any type of robots. Just like we have the coronavirus pandemic, so there is also one robot we just control, or we just communicate with human to stop the transmission of coronavirus from one person to another person. Machine are working in it. So another is advanced language translation. Different types of language can be translated in an efficient and easy way, and introducing the new forms of cooperation and inclusion, and reduce the repetitive tasks. So different types of repetitive tasks may be reduced, just like computers have reduced many types of jobs and employment. So artificial intelligence is also likely to just reduce many types of jobs and jobs in the future. So I will not go. There are many harmful impacts of artificial intelligence. These are the challenges. I will not go in the dual type of impact that are the impacts that fall upon positive and negative. I'll just go to in negative type of impact due to the artificial intelligence due to less time. First is harm and threat to the human. There is a human because if anyone has this type of artificial intelligence type of power, it can be autonomous and it can be self-centered, so it can do anything as per their choices. So it is very risky to human security security. Another is the loss of the control of privacy and personal data. So personal data can be hacked. Our personal identity and can be in the threatening form due to the artificial intelligence. So biases and discrimination, there can be many types of biases and discrimination due to artificial intelligence. And cyber warfare, there can be the cyber warfare between the powerful devices and smart types of machine, and increasing the cases of wealth and domination. The powerful one will be power, and there would be a gap between poor and rich, because they have a modern type of devices and machines which can they can perform faster and do any type of job in a easier manner. And lower class of society that can't afford those type of devices and those types of machine, which can become difficult in that sense. So this also diminishes the media pluralism. It also have impact upon negative impact of artificial intelligence on the media, and so social media and news media. Greater consumption of energy. So in the as a whole, artificial intelligence as it work like the computer, so it needs many energy, as already in the earth we are facing from energy crisis. So this is one type of artificial intelligence, one type of overview. This artificial intelligence in the we can see narrow type of capacity, that is just performing. Artificial intelligence that deal with one type of function is known as narrow, or artificial intelligence that deal with more than one type of function is known as general capacity. And artificial intelligence that deals with versatile type of function, like a human have different types of characteristics, this type of intelligence is known as the artificial super intelligence, which just do many perform many types of function. So in case of Nepal, we can just introduce artificial intelligence with the security and democracy in the field of education and in the field of development and economy. So I just conclude this slide, and I have just taken many slides, and I give credit to Dr. Dohan Rai. She is a PhD scholar who have just presented about artificial intelligence and digitalization in today's Nepal Youth Conference meeting. So I have just requested for sharing her slides to me. So I am thankful to her. And if you have any queries in this, please you can ask. Principle in computer, the principle that is associated with input, process and output, it is based on this type of principle is based on its working mechanism. In the same way as artificial intelligence just capture the different types of information, then it just deal with that type of information or process, or in the last form it gives the output one type of result. So this type of principle of similar to the computer, as artificial intelligence is associated with computer science, and it also deals with, it is related with smart types of machines and devices. So it can be the one type of principle. Another perspective, if we see from the another next perspective, if we see from the versatile perspective, we can see the artificial intelligence work on the principle of just like the characteristic, it work on the principle of complexity, versatility, it's work on the principle of just awareness, and we can just set the principle of artificial intelligence like that. In the working form, input, process, output, or just capturing information, just processing within and giving a result. And in the form of another or other type of principle, we can just takes its characteristic as the principle. So there are not different types of other type of principle in artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence can be done for mass production, can be done for just doing the tasks in easy manner, quicker manner, or in a speedy manner. We have less than 1 minute time remained. So if you have anything, you can ask. Otherwise, good night and thank you all of you.